miss tonight, no matter what.
Thanks for reminding me about me turning up late for a show. Yeah, very nice of you.
Sorry about it.
What about James Wade? Semi-finalist 3 times, never made a final here. Why do you think that is, John?
Maybe just trying too hard, maybe pressure externally in his group or whatever. They expect so much of him, and obviously for good reason, he's that talented. And just a little bit of too much pressure, I guess.
James Wade looks like he's got a nice, comfortable pair of shoes on today, rather than the new ones he wore last time.
Well, that was daft. I mean, you do that, you taught that from a young age. You wear your shoes in, and you don't wear a brand new pair of shoes to play in the World Championship. You can't afford to get blisters on your feet. You're up there a long time, and you're walking backwards and forwards, practicing all the time. No, that was bonkers, that was.
Speaking of weird and wonderful things, Andy Smith has been seeing a hypnotist to help him hit the doubles. He missed 8 in the first leg against Steve Brown. After seeing the hypnotist, it didn't seem to work particularly well.
Well, apparently what takes him out of the trance are the words "game on." So, yeah, I wouldn't bother trying that at home if I were you.
Cheers, boys. Commentators Rod Harrington and Rod Sturt.
Thanks, Dave. Let's see if Andy Smith can put James Wade in a trance on the big stage. One thing missing from Wade's CV is a World Championship
81.
final appearance. Could have been dumped out of this championship in the first round. 6 match starts missed by Darren Webster. Wade made a real meal of that first round game. If he makes a meal of the Pyman, though, we could be until next Christmas.
59.
Yeah, 6 clear darts, as you said. But, you know, when someone has that many darts against you, you kind of think, Lady Luck is on your shoulder, and you should be able to move on. It's up there for none, as we call it. But the Pyman seeing the hypnotist, the last person, Raymond van Barneveld, and we all know what happened to him with his 3-0 whopping by James Richardson.
Andy Smith has got an absolutely
43.
woeful World Championship record. In the BDO, he lost in the first round 4 times. And he's lost in the first round 5 times at Alexandra Palace. He's never got beyond round 3. He's trying to reach that stage here tonight, but faces very steep odds against Wade. I don't think there are many people outside the Andy Smith camp who think he will beat James Wade tonight.
96.
The thing about Wade, he's got that extra gear that, you know, I don't think Andy Smith has got. You know, played far off 3-12 darters to win a set in no time. Andy Smith is going to have to work hard tonight if he's to win this, really hard. And those doubles that he missed in his first round match, although he's still got through, he's going to have to tighten up, because he ain't going to get that many chances against this man.
83. And you require 80.
Well, he should have a few chances to win this leg, though. Mind you, he might need them at this rate. Well, 79 going, so treble 19 or treble 13. Okay, fair enough, that's 20 of them, so big 20. But he's put himself under unnecessary stress.
But he's left the right double. If he'd have gone and hit that 57, he'd have left a double that weren't, you know, an alien double, as we call it. And certainly if he'd have gone inside it and left the 3s and down that route, it's not the best thing. But certainly James Wade finds a big score finally in this first leg. Now this is where we'll see if his mind is in the right gear. If he's going to miss, just put it above. That's perfect, Rodders. I mean, this should be in.
Game shown perfect.
And it is in.
Second leg, Jones to Kronenberg's. Game on.
Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Darts Club Band. And that win that Andy Smith had the first round, Rod, against Steve Brown was the first time he'd won a game on TV since July 2012 at the match play. That is a long, long time between pies for Andy Smith, isn't it?
And it gets in your head, you know, and you're always edgy, you're always jittery, you know, and that's why he's been missing doubles, and that's why he's gone and seen someone. Because, you know, you need to start getting over the first and second rounds, because then you win the big money, and obviously big money means big ranking points, because for every pound you earn, it equals 1 point on the ranking system. And you've got to start staying in that top 32. You'll move out the 32 course, and then you're starting to play seeds in the early rounds of every tournament.
Yeah, that was a win over Paul Nicholson. He promptly lost to Adrian Lewis in the next round. As Wade takes complete control of leg 2.
Oh, the ironic thing in this game for me would be if the Pie Man did a 9-darter and took a few £1,000 off of his mate Terry Jenkins.
Well, he was having a little bit of a chuckle about Kyle Anderson nicking half of Terry Jenkins' 9-dart booty. It's very rare that Andy Smith doesn't find something to laugh about. To do with the treble here. Yeah, lovely. So James Wade looking at chops to tie the match up, with the Pieman waiting on a 3-darter.
It would be a tidy 13-dart leg for Wadey. Well, this double 10 used to be right at the end of his left hand, and it is right there. A nice good 14-dart leg. Very tidy on his throw, and that double there has made James Wade 7 times major tournament winner. Will it come to his aid in this tournament and get him through to a final and go on and put that crown on his CV?
Well, there's been many years along the way where he's been much more fancy than he is this year. He's been second favourite on occasion. He's still backable at 25-1 to win the World Championship. Many people are picking him. And yeah, he has been knocked out 3 times in the semi-finals. But then you look who knocked him out: Raymond van Barneveld, Adrian Lewis and Michael van Gerwen. Well, there's no disgrace in losing to any of those 3, is there? So, and remember, the one against Lewis, he had under total control.
Well, I think he was 5 sets to 1 up.
He was.
And then we had the breeze that come across the stage, and I have to say, I would not have walked off stage if I'd have been James, but he did the fair gamesmanship thing and walked off and end up losing it. And Adi went on to beat, I think, Gary Anderson in the final, wasn't it? And Gary Anderson was the favourite in the final, 100+ averages all the way, apart from that final. So, yeah, probably James feels that was one missed.
31. James should require 126.
Well, possible bull finish at the end of this for the world's premier left-hander. Just to put one on top of that first dart to leave the bull. Well, he won't be doing that.
86.
Big finish for Andy Smith. Is it on or is it pie in the sky?
Well, Wade has set it up absolutely perfect. This is a big shot for Smith. And that is a good first dart. I know it's missed, and that's another great dart. Look how close they are. They're actually touching the wire. That's very unlucky for him not to put at least a ton on the board. But Wade missed the tops in his first winning leg, but pinned the 10s. Straight in the middle for James Wade. He pushes his average up to over 101 and breaks the throw of Andy Smith in this third leg.
You mentioned it, Rod, right at the start there, when a player has been on the brink of elimination. 6 match darts missed by Darren Webster. It does give you a lease of life. I think most people recall the extraordinary tale of Kirk Shepherd in 2008 when the world and his wife had darts to knock him out, starting with Terry Jenkins, who I think something like 17 in the first round to put him away, and they were all missing.
Yes, and we still rip into Wayne Mardle over his semi-final loss against Kirk.
Peter Manley as well had his chance. I think Mick McGowan had a go.
100.
Yes, the doubles they were aiming at led a charmed life. Wade Wade with a ton-topping average at the moment. The Pieman has got the first maximum. It's the 350th of the tournament. The record standing at 588 in 2012, and well under huge threat and seemed certain to go. It'll be the first World Championship with 600 180s. Back in the day, Rod, 60 was a lot, wasn't it?
It certainly was. It's incredible nowadays how many people can just step up and hit the 180s. And of course, that's why the 9-darters are being missed so often. But that's a great setup from Andy Smith. This would be a breaker throw. All Wade can do is put pressure on and hope that Smith's going to miss the double. Of course, Smith will be coming back in this final leg to throw for the set.
Well, for an 11-dart leg or a 12-dart leg, either will do for Pye. 2/16th, the choice. Double 8. Oh, lovely dart. A dozen darts. It took Andy Smith. Meaty darts from the Pieman. Now throwing for the first set.
Yes, a brilliant leg of darts there from Andy Smith, and we do say it so often. If you're going to break the top players, it's got to be with 12 and under. And that's what Smith did, setting it up with the 180.
81.
Now, don't give your throw away easy. You've got this set in the palm of your hand. Make Wade really fight for it. Make him do a 12 and under if he's going to take it.
100.
Andy Smith has given James Wade a chance here. He said after that first game against Darren Webster he was the luckiest man in the world. He deserved to lose. That will not be his mindset when he gets up there now. It'll be business as he looks for a place in round 3 before Christmas.
Well, Wade's let the Pieman off there. Pieman's 3 darts out of 6 have missed the big 20. But he's certainly going to make up for it with these 3. His second maximum of the match, and certainly now the advantage to Smith in this first set. Wade, a lot of work to do now. And again, Wade's got to hope that Smith's going to miss doubles if he's to take this set.
Yeah, he's relying on Andy Smith making a hash of it from 1-7-4.
100.
Okay, another good leg on throw here from Smith. 2 darts away from the set now. Wade led 2-1 in legs in this set.
57.
Toweling down under the bright lights. Wade isn't on a finish, so 63, no need to go 13 bull here, which he would have done if Wade was on a combination. Come on, Andy. Well, he can certainly scour the menu and work it out a lot quicker than that. Well, Andy, really, I mean, 46 was left. 6 or 14 would have done. I'll tell you what, he has made a right pickle of this, hasn't he?
26.
Well, he'll probably go and hit it first dart now. Yeah, his brain was a little bit addled there. Oh, now the pressure's on. That miscount has cost him a couple of darts. Double 4 for the set. Oh, and he's put it outside. There's no question miscounting and leaving the double 13 has upset him. Now, Wade, normally, this is where Wade makes his opponent pay for their mistakes.
Double 12. Is he the luckiest man in the world for the second match running?
51.
And the one who shuts his eyes in abject despair because he knows that was a chance that was handed on a silver salver surrounded by seasonal vegetables. He wants double four, Pieman, and this time he gobbles it up. So Andy Smith has got the first set on the board. A smile, the slightest smile, because he knows he was close to throwing that away. First blood to the Pieman against the machine.